That's not always true. Okay, so 2 for keep going and 1 for stop, so I guess we're gonna keep going. Because I don't see Wurmple anywhere. Yeah! Oh yeah, baby! Oh, sorry guys. I thought you were a guy too. I'm so sorry! I opened the opportunity and I was enjoying it as much as he was. I wanted more and I was going to let him keep going. I wanted to keep going. I reached up, pulled him down and kissed him, giving him silent approval to keep going. I can't push the bubble too soon. In this game, I think it's different though. I could feel him on the tail of my bow, releasing it and following his hand off from around my neck. He moved the ribbon to the ground beside me before gently unbuttoning the top buttons of my blouse, stopping at the buttons above my stomach. The desire in my body drove me insane, forcing me to forcing a moan to escape my lips as he ran kisses from my lips to my exposed neck. As he began to ravish my neck and shoulder in hot kisses, I leaned my head back against the grass and let a pleasureful sigh escape my lips. Erik was ruthless in his passionate kisses on my skin. Erik didn't stop touching and kissing me, making more moans and gasps rush out of my mouth into the open air. He was full, but he was as hot as I was. Oh god. It's called being horny. Exactly, Kira. Exactly. Oh god. The people that were in here before, because I've had up to like 6 people watching the stream earlier, they are so missing out on the butt touching. I couldn't even comprehend how much time we spent making out. I was so lost in the pleasure that I didn't care. Call it sinful, but I didn't care. I loved it. His touch, his kiss, his heart, his heat. Whoopsie. I read that as heart. My bad. I desired it beyond anything at that moment, even as he lowered his kisses down my chest to just above my bra. Oh god. Oh god, please don't let this be something that I have to, like, not upload on YouTube. My heart was beating wildly in my chest. Something about Erik intrigued me immensely, but something made my heart quicken for him. It couldn't have been love, but it was too passionate to be lust. What? Okay, what was it? However, I began to feel dizzy, seeing the sky start to spin almost wildly. I gripped Erik's shoulders, trying to signal him to stop, but my mind faded to black before I could let out another sound. Oh, great. I felt good. I didn't care that I was blacked out. I felt warm and fuzzy in the darkness. I never knew indulging in that kind of passion would be so good. I now just waited to awaken, hopefully in a good way. My eyes eventually fluttered open, adjusting to the sight around me. I felt familiar silks underneath me, letting me know that I was in my bed. Oh, it's been like 3. It's been like 3 days since we met this guy. Oh, God. I slowly sat up, stretching from the tiredness that still lingered. I felt a very soft pain on my neck and shoulders, and I could feel my swollen lips pulse gently and healing. However, when I looked down at my body, I saw that my shirt had been pulled back up and rebuttoned as if nothing happened between me and Erik. I was just missing my ribbon. Before I turned to get out of bed, though, I spotted my ribbon on the pillow beside the one I slept on. It was tied in a nice bow around the daisy Erik picked with a small note attached to it. Ah! I gently slipped the note from the tie and opened it to read it.
You've spoiled me, my princess. I am eternally grateful that you let me indulge like that. Have a good rest.
Oh my god, Chris. Stop! I stared at the note, letting a small smile grace my lips. Spoiled him. I enjoyed it despite the first time circumstance. It was cute, though, to imagine him thanking me for something we both did and enjoyed. I brought the daisy to my nose and gently inhaled its soft fragrance, letting the memories of our meeting flood my mind. I indulged myself too, Erik. I slowly looked at I looked to the time out of curiosity. The large white numbers on my phone showed 5:31 p.m. Yikes! 4 hours of being knocked out and I still feel tired? It was Sunday, so I was allowed to sleep longer if I wanted to. The remainder of the night went surprisingly uneventful. The boys continued to train with each other, but were kind enough to stop and make me dinner. I was glad for that. Unsurprisingly, the food was perfect, but it felt a little empty without the boys to eat with me. They most likely had already eaten, but still I felt lonely. I couldn't let it bother me. I ate and went back to my room to study and sleep. Oh my god, Kira. Surprisingly, I felt good going to bed that night. I felt like I could have a peaceful sleep after the previous rough nights I had. I felt good. I drifted to sleep and woke up almost flawlessly that next morning. No grogginess, no aches, perfectly energized and bright-eyed. Man, how long has it been since I got that much good sleep? I looked at to my alarm clock. I woke up 10 minutes before my alarm. Well, hey, it must be my lucky day. Or I must be lucky today, whoopsie. And karma owed me some luck. After all, I had gone through merely a handful of days, I deserved to get some good luck. Ecstatic for the day ahead, I turned off my alarms before they could ring and got dressed. However, my phone started to quickly buzz from an incoming text. Huh? Who's texting me this early?
Yo, Anderson! You're carpooling with us from now on. We're not letting you waste your money on a bus. Get ready and be at your gate at 7 stat.
I smiled. My friends were the best. I couldn't drive yet, and I didn't have a car, so it was awesome that my friends would let me carpool. I checked the time, 6:30. Perfect! I can eat some breakfast before they come. I packed my bag and carried it downstairs towards the kitchen. As I entered the dining room, I saw a plate with eggs, toast, and bacon sitting on the table. A fresh steaming cup of coffee sat next to the plate with the sugar and creamer on the side. I walked to the table and couldn't believe what I was seeing. Who made this? As I spoke aloud, a small red note caught my attention. Have a good day. Yours. My heart skipped a beat as I finished. I could tell it was from one of the boys. Maybe it was from him? I smiled before putting the note in my bag and eating up. The food was so delicious I devoured every amazing bite. I looked to the time again. Time to go. I quickly rushed to the doors, checking myself in the passing mirror. I wasn't wanting to impress anyone, but I still needed to look decent. Before I could reach the handle of the door, however, someone took my hand. Huh? I turned to see Erik, who was holding my hand back with a concerned frown on his face.
My name.
Your name?
My true name isn't Erik, miss. I want you to know my real name, if something were to happen.
What? Uh-oh. I have a bad feeling about this. His true name? What did he mean? Why was he telling me this now? Oh, okay. Good night, Kira. Yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow I will not be live streaming. I will be, in Markiplier's charity live stream all day tomorrow. So by tomorrow night, I am gonna be way too tired to stream. So I'll talk to you tomorrow, Kira. I remembered reading about a demon's name from the journal I read yesterday. If you knew a demon's true name, you could summon them to you, no matter where you were or where they were. Erik gently pulled me to him and leaned closer to whisper in my ear.
My name is Uzeiris.
Oh my god, the way Chris says it! As he said his name, I could feel it lock into my memory. Something in my head would make sure I would never forget it. Erik pulled away and smiled at me, despite still carrying worry in his eyes.
If you are in any danger, call my name. I promise that I'll come and help you.
I stared up at Erik, unable to say anything. I could only nod in response. Erik smiled before kissing my hand and heading into the dining room. Something told me that name would be used eventually. And right on cue, Naomi drove up to the gates with Suzu waving me down. I rushed out the door and we headed to school, talking about the homework and the coming day. We made it into school without a hitch. Our lockers were in the same part of the hall, so we quickly unloaded what we needed and got to our important books and necessities. First incident of the day. As I walked towards Suzu and Naomi, who were both waiting for me on the opposite side of the hall, something hooked my ankle and made me fall forward. Whoa! Ow!
Hey, are you okay? Who did that?
The three of us looked back to see Lisette and her gaggle of girls. Lisette had a look of complete innocence while the girls around her giggled like no tomorrow.
Why, you little...
Yeah, you're a bitch!
Suzu, don't!
Do it, Suzu! I felt a giant fire of anger burn in my stomach as I stared at Lisette. Today was not the only time this had happened to me. However, it was now clear who was behind these incidents. Even if she was innocent and one of her goonies did it, it was now obvious that Lisette was the mastermind just from the look on her face. She was no friend, nor would she ever be. I had to do something. Okay, so since it looks like we're the only two left here, should we stand up and walk away, glare into her soul, or get her? I kind of want to get her, but at the same time, I just want to stand up and walk away and be the bigger person. Do 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 do. And that tummy. Oh god. That tummy dough. Okay, so we're gonna stand up and walk away. Oh, hi, Wormple! Yes, we are gonna tell her that we touch butts with incubi. No. I wasn't going to bring myself to her level. She was a bully, but I was not going to let her get to me. I had to be stronger than her, and only then would I have beaten her. I stood up and brushed myself off, pretending nothing had happened.
Anderson, you okay? That was a pretty bad fall.
Yeah, I'm fine. A fall like that is nothing. I merely smiled at them, not wanting to let them know the pain rushing through my body from that fall. My arms were quaking, my shoulders were pulsing, but I remained content-faced. I quickly